Welcome back to episode 3 of the Zombie Hive Apocalypse, or the Hive Zombie Apocalypse, whichever way round works. Now, we are starting off in not a particularly super dangerous situation, but we are going to have a bit of a problem. So we got 2 breaches coming in, and all the zombies are already starting to form up, so they all just come flooding through the breaches as soon as those guys are through. And these guys hit hard. They can literally tear through one of these reinforced granite walls in, I think it's 6 hits. And then basically a wooden wall in 1 hit. They are very, very powerful. Now we do have Manu over here, and what we have managed to do is start kicking out some of this modular security armor. This is the armor from the Rimworld set that I said that we wanted to use. Now this armor is pretty decent, but it is not exceptional. What I did manage to find is I found like a hotfix to be able to get it going. So if we actually have a little look, we'll just keep an eye on that. No zombies are coming. 18mm of armor penetration. And plus 0.2 is your movement speed, which is decent enough. Now, that guy there is being a little bit difficult to take down. I'm not sure what armor he would be having, but it is causing a bunch of damage. And also, he's got the gas mask underneath. And I like to think that it looks pretty beast. And I don't think his horns show as such, but we'll go see in a second. Shows up here. Yeah, no, when he turns sideways, you can see his little eyes poking out through the side. But then Hivers, being as sneaky as they are, I imagine that if they could, they would. So I'm not too fussed about that. Ideally, we can sort something out with it a little bit later. But this does mean now that these soldier drones are going to be semi-viable in the late game. Because we were thinking we're going to have to kill all of them off or get rid of them. But if they're like this, that should be pretty right. We've also set a loadout. So everyone, well, all of those guys are on assault loadout 1. So everyone, if they get knocked down, will get back up, pick up an assault rifle, 3 medikits, and 200 rounds of ammunition. Now, 200 rounds of ammunition is not a massive amount, that is for sure. But hopefully it'll be enough. Oya is very, very close to dying at the moment. So he has malaria minor, but oh no, his immunity is going up. So it was 59 to 60, now it's 60 to 63, so that's cool. Beep, on the other hand, has malaria, but he is just powering through that, so that's 73 to 42. So he is going to be fine. 12 components over there, because we've been able to mine a few more up. And the Queen is 72% done on the next egg. Now, end of last episode, we did manage to rescue these 2, and that was a nightmare trying to balance everything to keep these guys alive. But this brings us to the next point, is we literally don't have anyone that can do social. We've got lung rot, but I imagine his breath must smell like what that would smell like. Because these guys, yeah, we are just not converting them. He does literally like 1% or 2%. This guy's going down a little bit, but I think you're the one who's a pessimist. Yeah, pessimist, lazy. Great memory is really good. Taylor's really good, especially when you're mixing that with crafting. Steadfast is good. Asexual, because they're hives, that makes sense. Muscular, so people are going to like them. But pessimist is not a massive issue, but a little bit annoying. Now, we really want this guy, just because he has a double burning passion in mining with 12 in it, which is super good. Psychically deaf, which is always good. He's a pessimist as well, and a nudist, but he's a jogger. Now, he's also stiff, so... A stiff nudist. I am so mature. And neurotic. That will add plus 40% to his global work speed, but means he's more likely to have a mental break. If we can get him, all we're going to do is just send him off over here so we can just mine up as much stuff as we can. Turret, nearly ready. All we need to do is get the power lines in, and then we don't have to worry about micromanaging this part as much. The ammo is super cheap and easy. Sue got food poisoning. Major. Which, yeah, again, a little bit of a problem. Not a massive one, but still a bit of a problem. But it does mean soon, hopefully, we're going to be able to have someone that can cook. And when we have people that can cook, food poisoning is not going to be as much of a thing. A sneaky thing that we did manage to do, and it's not really sneaky, it is just a game mechanic that I never use when I definitely should use it a little bit more. So we managed to set up a couple zones over here. So we've got zone 1, which is where the Queen is. So that means she's not wandering off and doing silly things. Yeah, there we go. 78 to 76. And they literally recover quicker. So hopefully we get a skill trainer or something. Anyway, back to the point. And then we also have zone 2. This is where everyone is at the moment. Idea is it just stops everyone running out. Because what we're having is we're having a breach in the wall, and then our guys will just run out of the breach. And, well, that is less than ideal, because it would mean at night time when there's a whole bunch of zombies around, well, our guys would be running out here. So I imagine you can see the problem with that. Our guys are decent enough. They're not. They're utterly useless at the moment. What am I talking about? But zombies are worse than we are. They're not particularly quick. They're easy to take down. And we are kicking out a whole bunch of ammo. So we are fine. One thing I am trying to get sorted, and ideally do nice and soon, is we want to set up a pen because we have a whole bunch of chickens. Now, if we've got a lot of chickens, they're going to lay a whole bunch of eggs. So we could breed more chickens to sell. Or we can eat the eggs, which will then we'll be able to put into like fine meals and that, which will be good for us. And now, we do have a frigate land. So this is from the Mechanoids Expanded. Strategic Termination Mech-Hive Gulf sent a new ship to land on the planet. A small ship often used in ground recon operations. Has minimal defences. When destroyed, Mechanoid's presence on the surface will be lowered. If it's left operational, it will contribute to the size of the Mechanoid attack parties. Slightly increases Mechanoid presence. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think that adds 3 ciphers to an attack. It doesn't add any centipedes, which is good. And that's what I really like about the vanilla Mechanoids Expanded. Is even early game, if you get super lucky, now it basically never happens, but say if you had a carrier or a troop ship land, you would be fighting raids far bigger than what you should. But then the more ships are on the planet, the more Mechanoids that come your way, which is quite a lot of fun. But obviously if you go out and you start destroying them, then less Mechanoids come. So if you want to fight massive Mechanoid hordes and lots of them, let there be lots of ships. If not, take the ships out. Now this is combat extended, so trying to take a ship out is a bit of an issue, unless you hide and set mortars up, but then a lot of the ships have mortars to stop you from doing that. I haven't fought a ship in combat extended. I think that is a terrible idea and a very quick way to GG a game. Okay, I'm not too sure what these are going to achieve, but we do have a bunch of hounds coming in, so wolf hounds. They are manhuntering, so maybe they come for our base, or did they go and fight the zombies? Or do the zombies go and fight them? So a few of them are getting peeled off. This is, if we can get it set up, that's going to be a whole bunch of chem fuel. And obviously chem fuel we can sell, which would be good. Then we also need it for the FSX, so we can make artillery rounds and that sort of fun stuff. But where we are sealed in the base, they aren't actually going to be able to achieve a massive amount against us. They'll clear out a few zombies for us. Not sure if they're going to turn into zombies, so it'll be interesting if they do. Or do we send someone over? Do you know what? I think we just let these wolfhounds do their own thing. They're not really going to achieve a massive amount, other than clear a few zombies. The power lines are nearly in. We got a section across here that needs doing, and then across there. Once they're done, this military turret's going to be online. Once that's online, we got very little to worry about. Did have to pull Beep off construction, so Beep is now back onto the old farming because all of our rice ended up rotting. So we had to get him back onto this, which isn't ideal, which means Zoo is now off mining. Because he's off mining, we're not getting any more components from this one. And then this also got struck by lightning and then like instantly burnt down. Like no messing around, just it was there, then it was gone. And it's just like, okay, fun stuff. Let's go and actually harvest this wood across here. And we'll chop this one down so we have more space in our defensive position. And that wood should get the mine up and going. Also having the extra wood isn't going to be a bad thing. And these guys still, we are not even shifting their faith in the slightest. Hopefully we get 93%. Hopefully we get a prince. And then if we get a prince, hopefully it has social. And then we can make that prince into the actual prince role. And then they'll have the convert power. Well, we will see when it comes to it, I guess. But those wolfhounds don't seem to be doing too great. And we did have a couple red-eyed zombies come over. So I'm not sure if, because of all the fighting, they all got, like, drawn in. So yeah, it looks like a few of them ended up showing up. And that carpenter just done a massive group. So there's 5 there. Yeah, carpenter just took down 9 doggos. Which kind of, when you're, I don't know, how tall would that be? Like 18 foot of plasteel. Fighting a couple dogs probably isn't a big deal. And hopefully they go and fight that as well. And then there's more things fighting the carpenter. The carpenter's not going to take any damage. His armor's just way too thick. No, I'm wrong. All the zombies are going over to eat the corpses. So from that, I take it, we're not going to get much chem fuel. And seeing as the zombies are now despawning again, I think it is time that we put everyone back onto the old unrestricted. With the unrestricted, they're going to be able to run out and hopefully pick a few things up for us. And yeah, it looks like pretty much all of the dog bodies are gone. We did lose a chicken somewhere. That is fine. We do have a few things we need to bring in. Unfortunately, that is biocoded, which is a little bit annoying. But we do want some granite, and the mech cluster finally got wiped out somehow. Okay, cool. Who's not doing too much? Lung rot. Prioritize hauling that. And let's get those architect fragments in. I really should read our old faith and ideology. So, we're having a bunch of issues with not having a cooker, so therefore we're eating raw food. With the raw food, we keep getting food poisoning. Whereas just had a look, and it says eat a nutrient paste, don't mind. There's nothing wrong with a meal of efficient, healthy nutrient paste. So yeah, we should have got this in a little bit earlier. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, so let's get Beep onto this. And then hopefully, off the back of that, we shouldn't have too many more issues with food poisoning. We've just got to put the hoppers in, and then we'll be good to go. And the zombies have come back, so we now need to try and get back into our base. And the quirky hive is coming in. And they are attacking from all directions. Sweet. Okay, you're on draft. You come with me. Who else is out? Gnu. You've only got one leg, so pull back. Unfortunately, the turret is not full, so let's change that across to armor piercing. Zoo, you're still around, so reload this. And that should buy us a whole bunch of time. Okay, Manfu is running and shooting very slowly. He does have hives coming down from the top onto him. And then there's a group over here. Right, I think first things first, we get back to the base. And then we go and check over the hives. And looks like we got pretty lucky. So we got a prince come in this time. So animals, 2. Crafting of 5. Double burning passion in medical. And can do social. So let's go change him up. So, Dabo, cool. You're now warden on 1. Let's move you across from Beep. Let's go social. And let's go moral guide. Cool. Convert, counsel, reassure. Conversion ritual, preach health. Yeah. And we don't really need him doing any dumb labour because we've got like a million soldier drones doing that. And the machine gun turret's doing its job. I think we're probably going to need a few of them, because that thing is going to run out of ammo very, very quickly. Now, let's get him in here and see how much he can shave off with a convert. Let's go with this guy to start with. And what have we got? 9%. Not exceptional, but that's definitely better than what we were doing. With how everything is going, I don't think these hives are going to make it into our base. They are way more interested in going around and, well, bunch of them fighting the carpenter. The carpenter's actually been like a really good distraction so far. Oh, 11 smoke rounds, don't mind that. And then the rest of them just want to fight zombies. Okay, hive worker drone, are you going to be any good? Potentially, but I think you got bitten, so that's a no from me. Yeah, well, I guess when we hear the machine gun turret start spraying the the death corridor down, then maybe that is when we need to move our guys across. This is why this mini turret is so good. Just nuked out one of the breaches coming along, and then anything else that comes across this path just gets absolutely sprayed down. Normally we have to run one of our guys over to try and hold the line to clear this tunnel full of zombies. This thing just does it by itself, which I do rate as super useful. Does shoot quite a few rounds of ammo, but that's not a massive issue, just because, well, where we're so pinned in we can't actually do a massive amount, and where we can't do a massive amount, we have a lot of guys that can go in and refill it. 10 out of 10, do recommend. Starting to run into a few performance issues. So what we've done is we've decreased the amount of zombies, so the game keeps moving properly. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to make the zombies more dangerous. So when they're calm, they'll move at pretty much sprint speed. And then when they feel excited, they'll go at double sprint speed. Keep the damage multiplier the same. Nah. We'll take that up to 2. Not messing around with any of that stuff. All of that stuff's pretty much the same. And then what we have done is we've increased the amount of tanky operators and the amount of the bomber zombies as well. Mining zombies, I got a feeling this is going to turn around and bite us. So we'll put that to 1%. Electrifying zombies, not super interested in. So the albino ones are the ones that run through our base. Dark slimers absolutely nuke out the performance. So we're going to keep them low. Yeah. So we're not going to be fighting as many zombies. But the zombies are going to be a lot more dangerous. Which I think is going to be fun. And also the other side is there's more special zombies mixed in. But it does seem the zombies are a little bit more dangerous now. So we had a wall merchant come in from the Gunblad's tribe. Or clan. It's actually doing some damage to the old Humies. Well, the other ones we've seen come in, the melee ones basically go in, fight a little bit and then run away. Nothing too much happens. This time around though, it actually seems like the zombies are doing a number on the humans. Which is fine for us. That is a good tell, I guess. Because it means if someone comes in to try and raid us and they start fighting the zombies, we know the zombies are going to be able to close in a distance and at least cause some damage to them. Figured as we are stuck in a base and we are going to be stuck here for a while, we are going to increase the size of the research lab. So the research lab was over here. We are going to strip this out, and because we've got the microelectronics, what we are going to be able to do is put in one of these, the high-tech research bench, which means that we're going to be able to get on with a whole bunch more research, which is going to be super good. And hopefully with that new research, we should be able to get the Pioneer kit unlocked. So theoretically, we can make it, but what we don't have is the modular security or the modular armor kit. Which one are you? So you're the modular security armor. What we need is the modular armor kit, which means that we can kick out the Pioneer armor. Now the Pioneer armor is pretty good, plus 20% construction speed, 30% smoothing speed, 30% mining, movement speed plus 0.2, carry weight plus 80, and then bulk capacity plus 30. So we're going to be able to do a whole bunch more with that than what we got at the moment. We are kicking out security helmets because the security helmets, well, this is a nice thing about this modular armor, is the stuff that we've kicked out now, fairly cheap. So 45 steel, not a massive issue. 3 components, 15 plasteel. Plasteel being the bottleneck. But what we can do is we can take it off our guys, and then we just add the new bit onto it, which then means that we have a whole new set of armor afterwards. So this is like an investment, and then we get a whole bunch more from it later. So I like that. I really like that feature. The trade-off for it is that none of this stuff has a quality, which means that's always going to give you the same armor, which at the moment is 18mm, which we are a-okay with. 18mm of armor protection, that is pretty decent for this level in the game. Oh, this could be fun. Twiggy, Tyrant of the Slayers. Okay, how much do they want? They want 9,121 silver, otherwise they're going to attack us pretty much instantly. So let's postpone that, which will give us like an extra few hours, well, about a day, and then they'll have their demands done. And then once the demands are up, we basically say no, and then we get to fight a bunch of Slayers. Now, it does look like there isn't too many zombies about, but the chances are the Slayers will still aggro on to them because they don't have a clear path into the base. Steel military turret is going to do a whole bunch of work unless they come in with like the dual 50 cal machine gun, and then that is just going to shred through everything that we got, or the big old shotgun, which is an absolute powerhouse itself. And it's looking like we nearly are getting the first Hive worker drone converted. So 13 to 9.1. This one's still up about 40 odd %, something like that, which isn't too bad. 48%. That's because we've been using all the converts onto this one, and then once this one joins us, this one is the one that is good at mining. With that mining, we put them in the mine shaft, and then they're just going to toil away. And hopefully being the key word, will give us a steady supply of components and then eventually some plasteel. Now, how is the Queen looking? The Queen's on 46% and we do have a hailstorm outside. But we should be safe with the armor that we're wearing. Alright, it's starting to look like those Slayers bluffed, which is like the first time I've seen that. They should have attacked us already. Which is a bit of a shame. I was looking forward to an old shootout. We could also looted some of their kit, stripped it down and sold some of the bits that we got. And yeah, Gunvlad's clan is going to like us a lot less because you walked into a field of fire. You're an idiot. That's definitely your fault. Oh no, looks like it's just a little bit delayed. They are going to attack us. So reject. And the Slayers, where do you guys drop in? Oh, yep. Big old shotgun. Bits of jagged scrap, 120. That thing is an absolute beast. Can't click on it, which is a bit of a shame, but it looks like we got 2 of those. And what are you? Rivet cannon, heavily modified industrial rivet gun. You got a crank gun, it looks like. Got a couple like machine guns. And what are you? The feral rifle, 7.62x51 NATO. Oosh. That is not a bad bit of kit. 7.62x51 is a bit of a beast. 14mm on AP, and then 7mm on regular. Yeah, don't mind that at all. Take these guys out, and then we've got a bit more kit. But it looks like they are quite happy shooting themselves up, which is fine for us. Don't mind that at all. So yeah, this one just keeps getting shot up by the guys with the old rivet guns. No scatter cannon. Yeah, they are insane. Against things that are unarmoured. Against us, they won't do too much. Well, actually, against us, that's a lie. Most of us are just from flak jackets. Yeah, if we get hit by them, we are in trouble. But I think they're going to end up doing a whole bunch of damage to themselves before they get close. And they might even end up fleeing before they get to a point where we have to actually engage them. But you have got power armour. Feral exosuit. Okay, so he's got power armor there and also a power armor helmet. Not bad. But it's not looking like I got high expectations for them. They just ran into another massive horde of zombies. And yeah, they are dropping quickly. Keep just shooting each other up. If we can get over to Ginger in 7 hours, which might be doable, we should be able to loot their kit. And I cannot see anything with this rain going on. But I'm just throwing it out there. Loser does not look like they're in a good situation at all. Surrounded on all sides by zombies. And Corey is having a bad time. What are you doing? Reloading rivet cannon. Which means he's going to shoot into one of the groups and probably take another friendly out with him. I wonder if we can colour code it so different enemies have different colours. That would be quite useful. Okay, a little bit odd. Zombie tries to fight it, it just backs off. Easy way not to get bitten. And this looks like it's just about the last man standing. So the Orgonaut is fleeing. Got a tank coming in. It looks like he can't run a gun. Right. Yeah, those guys were in for a very, very bad time. And Ginger, how are you looking? 3 hours. Yeah, we can't get you in that time. We would have run out and got it, but if we had got caught by any of those guys out in the open, we'd be in trouble. And these zombies are now super ridiculously quick. So this is 1 time speed, and they are mentally fast. And the first one is converted, which is amazing for us. So we're going to go, let's reduce resistance, and then hopefully we can get them onto our side pretty quick. Or we could start capturing them and healing them and then send them back to the quirky hive to increase our friendship with them or relation. But I think right now we'd be better off just getting more hives. Yet again, more of Gunvlad's clan coming in. Oh, I am rating these zombies now. They are so much more dangerous. As soon as you're in armor, because it is combat extended, they are going to do sweet all. But if you're not in anything particularly good, just from the sheer amount of zombies, and I think once it gets a little bit later on as well, they are going to be able to start tearing through power armor just from the sheer amount of attacks going out. They'll just destroy the quality on it. So is this gun down at all? Still 56, 57. Yeah, it is going down. Very, very slowly, but it is going down. Which could mean power armor people might end up being in a little bit of issue later on. And with the research lab kind of finished, well, it's not really finished, But the walls are in, so that will do. We're going to move this stuff across. So these will give us an extra 1% per cabinet that we put in. I'm not sure what the maximum is on it. It's decent. I think it's about 20%. So we've got 5% on that. Then we've got 8% from the filing cabinet. Then once we floor it, sterile tile it, it will work a lot better. But that means this section is now done, so we can actually start getting some decent research done. With that decent research, we can get power armor, other weapons, other kit, and then hopefully we can get some, not prosthetics, but bionics. Because we are going to need them because, well, a whole bunch of our hives are missing body parts. Just like in Kenshi. So we've got left arm missing here, bad back, gunshot, left leg missing, right shoulder missing, stab scar. Yeah, the only one that isn't actually meshed up is the queen, but then that kind of makes sense because we have kept the queen out of every fight that we can. We're still going to give her armor in case everything goes a bit peak-tong. Hopefully it doesn't, because, well, if she dies, that is the playthrough over. And now the zombies are clear of the map, it is time to go out and try to get as much looting done as we can. So we're going to allow everything on the map. And hopefully we got some good stuff. So we got like 1,000 silver over there, well 1,300. That is not too bad. Probably should make the pen for the roosters at some point. Keep on forgetting about that. Feral crank gun, it's not going to sell for much. Then we got yeah, we got 11 81mm mortar shells, which are smoke. That stuff all down there is done. Chicken eggs are all died off. Oh, Mechanoid components, 4 of those. We want that. We've got some infested ship chunks come in, so maybe later on we get them to fight the zombies. Possibly. I doubt we're going to do that though. But all in all, surprisingly little left on the map. I thought there would have been a lot more stuff about. And now we have a power ship come in. Just about the same time as the zombies started respawning. Now I am not expecting the zombies to actually start a fight with the old Mechanoids. But it does mean we're probably going to have to start showing them. We still have, I think, yet we have 10 155mm howitzer rounds. Those are going to be able to do a massive number on that power ship. But even though it was said to be under the mortars, it is not looking like it is. So we're going to have to research the artillery as well. As for what we are researching, we have just researched the Omni drill, which is a very, very expensive piece of kit. Then we've got sterile materials going in hospital bed, multi-analyzer, Polaris block, and surgical program, which is going to get us a decent amount of tech. But then behind that, we now need the artillery. And there it is. With that, we can shell that power ship to oblivion. And then all of these aggro, they're going to fight the zombies, and our 5.56 is more than enough to shred through their armor. They've only got 4mm, whereas I think we have 12%, well, 12 armor penetration on them. So we just shoot them down as they come through this kill zone, which is going to be awesome for us. And Katsumasa has joined us. He is the guy that's really good at mining. It is good to see some mining actually getting done. Everyone else sucks at it so bad. So let's get his work priorities set up. So you're going to be mining on 1. You firefight on 1, you're patient on 1, you're not doctoring, so we'll take you off that. Don't need you doing wardening. And he can do growing as well. So you do that when you are not drilling everything through. Awesome. And then because of all those granite chunks, we're now going to be able to start doing the walls. And then I imagine we can get him over here nice and quick. And if he's over here, we might get some resources. And then once we have enough resources, we get the Omni drill. Once we get the Omni drill, we are going to be in a super good situation. And that being said about Katsuma, you need your name changed. So you are now Terra, the Groundbreaker. Cool. That actually sounds like a proper Rocky name. But it is looking like that military turret has run dry. And now we have a tank coming through, and we also have a saboteur trying to break through the base. Ah, it's just there. That's dead. Cool. Zoo, do you have ammo? No, and you don't have a weapon for some reason. Cool. Let's get you to rearm then. Gnu, you don't seem to have a weapon. You do. You're just not using it for some reason. Cool. Yeah, we should be fine. Lungrot, How much ammo you got? You got 170. Yeah, that's more than enough. We should be able to clear all of this with that. It might take a little while, but I think that we're going to be okay. Slowly making his way through. He's gone through 2 magazines. Now he's on to his 3rd. Yeah, that should be fine. And Gnu, you go here and take the top. Easy peasy. Right, so why are we running so low on 556? Well, we should have 3,000 of it apparently. Ah, it's in storage. Cool. Let's go sort this out, because it appears that they don't like picking it up. So all we're going to do is just turn ammo off on both of those and force drop that on the ground, and hopefully that means our guys are going to actually go pick it up this time around. Because if we run out of ammo and that was actually a threat, then we would have been in a lot more trouble. And talking about trouble, we got 2 of the old tank breaches at the door. They are down. Thankfully they didn't have a big horde behind them. And we got Umesh come in. And what are you? You're a Hive Prince who can medical, intellectual, social and construct. Right. What we do need to do for you then, buddy, is put you into area 2 so you don't run out. And then beyond that, we also need to give you the assault loadout. Sweet, and a new helmet as well. So I think the way we do it is the queen at the top, then it's the princes, then it's the workers, then it's the soldier drones. But we are growing in number quite nicely. So we're now up to 10. That is not bad. And I think that is a good place to wrap up the episode. I've been Gonzi. All your likes, comments, sub support have been amazing. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you on the next one.